sometimes I hear it from parents or players that I coach. They always say, "Oh, I was batting so well, but I scored so slowly because I just kept on hitting the fielders. Every time I hit the ball, I hit it to the fielder. How do I hit the gaps better? How do I pick the gaps?" And different people, I've heard different approaches that have worked, and I might talk through some different options with them. But at the end of the day, I think nearly the best option is in between balls. Of course, take note where the field is, know where the fielders are, or know where the gaps are if you want. Know where your options to score are, know where you can get your singles, know where your boundary options are if you hit through the field, or where you might be able to run to if you put pressure on the fielders, those sort of things. But then once the bowler starts running in, I think most of the time you should be forgetting about those things. You should be letting it go, just being clear again and just reacting. And I think a lot of the times your subconscious, like we've spoken about a lot, will just take over and will make the adjustments necessary if you're in good positions, if you're seeing the ball well, if you're over the ball, and will make those adjustments to pick the gaps where it needs to, whether it be opening the face slightly or playing it a little bit later or whatever, a little bit earlier to pick the gaps. And even if it doesn't, I think if you're trying to make changes, if you're trying to consciously think about opening the face or manipulate a gap or those sort of things as the ball's coming down at you, you're so much more likely to make a mistake or mishit the ball. And that's when you don't hit the ball as hard and it goes to the fielder, or it might go towards the gap, but the fielder's got time to get to it. Then I say to a lot of players, if you actually middle the ball and if you time it where you've moved as late as possible, you've accelerated through the ball, you've hit it hard because of that, there's more gaps out there than there are fielders. So if you've done those things, more times than not, probably 2 out of 3 balls will go through the gap or towards the gap and give you the opportunity to score at least a run. But if you don't hit it well, if you mishit it, or if you've been a bit early with your commitment and been a bit tentative and just pushed at it, even if you hit it towards the gap, the fielder's going to get there. They're going to be able to attack the ball, close off the space, and you're not going to be able to get a run. So they're often the things I talk about when people ask me about trying to find the gaps or score runs quicker that way when they're hitting the ball to the fielders a lot.